Hi, it's Tracy Greene with the Greene Team, Coldwell Banker Wallace, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some things that maybe don't have anything to do with real estate, but keep coming up in my Facebook groups, etc., folks that are moving to Tennessee. So instead of repeating myself, here's some of the things I'd like to discuss. Number one, weather. Knoxville has really nice 4 seasons of weather in our area. We are kind of like a temperate rainforest, generally speaking, about 58 inches of rain, which is crazy. A rainforest is 42 inches or above. So that will change whether we're in an El Nino or La Nina cycle. So we've had pretty wet weather in the last several years, and that will kind of switch probably in the next 7 years. Um, but with that, that means that we have a lot of flora. So we have so many diversities here in East Tennessee, and that allows so much. So with that being said, a lot of people are concerned about the humidity in East Tennessee and also concerned about allergies. So I take a Zyrtex starting in the spring every day, or actually I take Allegra now, learned that Zyrtex makes you more sleepy, A to Z. A is better than the Z, B is kind of between. So Allegra, I take every day. I might do that for a couple months just to prepare because I might get a little headache or something. Some people have no symptoms of allergies, but typically about March or April is when you'll start seeing things to bloom. So the other thing that people ask me about Tennessee weather is how much snow do you get? And typically in Knoxville area about 5 inches of snow. Gatlinburg might be 28 inches of snow. So generally speaking, wake up, a beautiful snow, and it's probably gone the next couple of days. Now keep in mind that changes. We used to have a lot of ice storms, but we haven't had that in a while since I was young. But generally speaking, that snow is taken care of. Now, how do we manage roads? If you are living in an HOA, they may have a road option, or the city limits, they definitely will come in and clear your roads. All the interstates and state highways are cleared as best as possible or salted before the road. There's no need to have a snow plow. There's no need to do anything because if it's bad weather, everything shuts down. You'll get that alert and you'll see all the schools start shutting down, businesses and so on. And yeah, it's going to shut down if it's bad weather. Should you get a 4-wheel drive? That's up to you. I have an all-wheel drive, does fine for the times that I need it, but I do travel up in the mountains and show properties in Gatlinburg, etc. So if you're going to be somebody like that you're maybe an essential worker, maybe you want to have a 4-wheel drive, but it's very, very rare that that's going to happen. The next item that comes up a lot is tornadoes, and tornadoes are, of course, common, in the South. And if you look at the map and do any of your research, you'll see all of Tennessee. You'll see kind of the open areas tend to have higher tornado options. Knoxville is actually rated like a 54, and the U.S. is 136. So the higher you get in, that is the chances of tornadoes. So Knoxville area sits between the Cumberland and the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, so it's kind of like a bowl. And with that bowl, then it's really hard to predict the weather here, you'll notice. But it reflects all of these patterns as they come in. Now, I know you think I'm a realtor, but I also have a biology background and some classes in weather, and I also have my naturalist degree. So yes, I'm the one jumping on answering questions when this kind of thing comes up. So I'm not the expert by all means, but I absolutely love the weather and I love nature and I love all of those things. So these are the kinds of questions if you have for the Greene Team, just shoot me a text or call me and I'll be happy to help you out. But typically our averages of temperatures in our cold cycle, it might be anywhere from 39, 59 degrees, something like that. Our warmer cycles might be 68 to 74. Now, have we had 90-degree days? Absolutely. Humidity is a very common thing, especially like before it gets ready to rain. And so You might have a really humid day, and then you'll have some storms in the afternoon and the heat of the summer, and then it's not humid and then it may go back. So I think with today's times, and everybody probably has an air conditioned car now, and probably air conditioned at your house, probably. So you're probably not going to experience too much of that humidity, and you'll definitely get used to it. Animals. There's another topic. A lot of concern here about dangerous animals and things like that. And really, when it comes to snakes, that's always everybody's common talk. We only have two poisonous snakes in this area, which is the copperhead and the timber rattlesnake. I see more copperheads, but again, I see it because I'm hiking all 900 miles of the trail of Great Smoky Mountain National Park and the part of the AT, and fishing and hiking. But if you're just out in your yard, you're probably not going to do it. But as ever, if you're moving wood or something like that, you want to be careful and maybe use a stick or something for that. But if you do the stats, like the chances of getting bit by a snake is like very minimal, very, very minimal. We do not have water moccasins here or cottonmouths or any poisonous water snakes. So if I'm swimming in the river, I see a snake, I know that's not what that is. So just keep that in mind. We don't have them. And there are snakes that live in the water, of course, but they're not poisonous. Bugs. Bugs is topic number 3. Everybody asked me about mosquitoes, and mosquitoes are just going to be here. They're going to land where water is, and so you just learn on your property. Just make sure you don't have any bowls are left out or stagnant water laying in a place ground or something like that. You can go to these services and treat your yard for that for like $39, or you could even spray your clothes. It lasts like 6 washings and that kind of thing with some insect shield, and that's good if you're going hiking. It will kind of deter ticks and mosquitoes and bugs and that kind of thing. Of course, we do have bees and yellow jackets and all of that, but it's not anything higher than anywhere else. Probably ticks is probably a lot of people's concern, on your dogs. A lot of folks will just get the treatment put on their backs, and every month or so, a couple drops, or wearing a flea or tick collar typically takes care of that. So Kendra's children, my grandbabies, were told that ticks were rocks, and so they've been pulling off ticks off of the dogs and don't really know that they're ticks. But now, can you get Lyme's disease or Rocky Mountain spotted fever? Very rare here, but yes, that's always an option. But it is, again, super, super rare. All right, the last thing would be my favorite, and the one that affects me the most, is poison plants. So poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac. These are pretty common in the woods area, so especially in the spring, just be really careful with that and identify those. There are some really quick apps that you can use on your phone to identify what a plant looks like, and if in doubt, don't touch it, don't pull it, don't burn it until you know it's not anything poisonous. So that's probably my biggest concern. I wasn't allergic when I was a kid, but as I get older, my immune system weakens, and that's the case. So this might not be a topic of interest, and it has nothing to do with real estate, but it seems to just keep coming up, and I thought I would just address some of these issues with you guys. Again, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you ever have any questions about living in East Tennessee, Knoxville, Sevierville, Maryville, Townsend, Morristown, Farragut, any of those places, hey, you know who to call. Have a great day. Bye.